Interesting thing about lifting weights, strength training, resistance training, whatever you want to call it, is we often get caught up in, how much can you bench? How much can you lift? And I may have talked about this before, but just to bring it up again, the idea that it's not what you do to the weights, but what the weights do to your muscles. In other words, your goal is not to lift X amount of weight, X amount of times. Your goal is to fatigue your muscles safely, deeply, efficiently, and thoroughly, because that's the stimulus that your body needs in order to create an adaptation response and actually have you get stronger. But when we do have feedback, external feedback, a certain amount of pounds lifted, a certain amount of times, then our behavior can be affected in ways that go against the true target of what we're doing, because we get caught up in how much we can lift, which is why sometimes doing things without people knowing what they're lifting and just focusing on, are you getting a good burn? Are you feeling thoroughly fatigued? Whatnot is actually superior. But it takes a while for people to get their head around that, because a lot of people really struggle with that concept. But it's definitely been shown over and over again. I have a colleague, a trainer, who actually never tells people what they lift, and he doesn't even write it down or keep records or do anything. He just puts a weight. He knows from memory approximately what people lift, and then just goes gets people to go to a level where they are deeply fatigued each time. Now, there is a side to that I struggle with a little bit, which is, how do you measure progress? But to some extent, you're also measuring progress by doing body composition analysis, and by also more subjective things. How do people feel? Is their energy level high? Are they feeling like everyday tasks are easier? They're not feeling winded. They feel enthusiastic about going to the next workout. These types of things. These are all signs that things are working. If people are overtraining, then yes, that would tell you, because they wouldn't be lifting more weight if you had the objective measurements. But if they were overtraining, they would feel the opposite of those things. They would feel their energy levels come down. They would be less enthusiastic about the next workout. All these various things would kind of tell them that they're overtraining, and give you a cue to either decrease how many exercises per workout, or how hard they go on each one, or how frequent they should do it. So just some food for thought. External feedback is what you see, pounds, weights, number of repetitions. Internal feedback is how the exercise makes you feel. Is it actually successful at making you have the targeted muscle feel thoroughly fatigued each time you do it? Because sometimes people will say, I benched this much, this many times. Really, how did your chest feel? Well, I don't even know. Didn't even know I was working my chest, because they were so fixated on the goal that that's secondary, which is unfortunate, because that makes it less effective in the long run, and they're chasing the wrong goal. Bye for now.